500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karshim main town, so which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area, and from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell. I want to encourage you, why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you. Hello family, are you looking for you to invest in the property currently now in Abuja, Karishim? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishim. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the RFO, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karshim main town, so which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area, and from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell. I want to encourage you, why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you.
The AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the New Tribe.
All right, my family. I hope we're all good. I'm trying as much as possible to find where it's Hello, family. How are you all doing? It is good for me to see every one of you today. It's been a long time that I've actually been on. I think it's known as a Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and also on the TikTok side of things because I could see my family on TikTok. Today promises to be very interesting. To all the TikTok family, hello, and also to the YouTube and to the Facebook family. Thank you so much for joining. And today, literally, is going to be almost the same thing that we've been doing with our radio show. For those of you who are still concerned about what is going on, Darlington Steve, the Afropolitan Apostle, is currently broadcasting live from Abuja, Nigeria. And hear me, this is not a radio show. Our radio show literally is on Wednesdays from 7 p.m. every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. But at the moment, I think due to what has happened in the past 2 days, and I think I will have to start from that. I really want to take this time to apologize to all the diaspora family and also to the AfriOne tribe who have been trying as much as possible for you to connect on this very particular platform. And please, if you are also watching, I just want us to do together. Please let me know if the sound is coming out. If you are hearing me currently, then so that you can just type to say the sound is good, then I can see it. So this is the thing. The reason why the team who currently behind my amiable cameraman, who's known as Echo, my peer Givet, and also my personal assistant, every one of them with the boss lady who says that this must happen. And so decided to say, okay, let's come and let's also try as much as possible to leverage and also to mitigate what happened last week, Wednesday, and also yesterday. So because of that, we deeply apologize for everything that happened. It is beyond our control. What we can control is what we're currently doing today. And so definitely from next month, which is tomorrow, from the 1st of October, please watch out. We will be coming to your face. We're still deliberating on the day and the time. So you will pardon us. And so, but definitely on Friday, it's a casting stone between the hour of 11. I will be live, or the hour of 12 will be live right on your face on Still Not Afro One Tribe or the AfriOne show. With that being said, today we promise to have a lot of conversations that we should have been talking last week. Thank you very much, Charlotte Law Foundation, for making me know that you can hear me clearly, which is very good. And so, what's going to happen today? It's the same thing we've been doing in time past. The ability for us to just talk our shows, do what we need to do on the radio side of things. And at the same time, also for those of you who would want to call us on the show for you to be able to enjoy that privilege of pitching your idea. For Nigerians, especially, I think somebody was asking me the other day and saying that, Darlington, you're only doing for Nigeria. What happens to all the diaspora community? We spend rand in South Africa. Some of you spend kwacha, and some of you spend pula. Outside, the default currency we use is some of these dollar. Yeah, but nonetheless, for now, we're just staying on the Naira side. For those of you who wants to come on board and to make sure that at least our bank account is elaborated properly, whereby we can then be able to say, okay, we're giving away $300, $500, or $1,000 at every show. Why not? We're looking forward. The number for you to call if you are interested in sponsoring or supporting, please. The number is 081 277 93453. 081 277 93453. With that being said, let's just get straight into the business. For those of you who want to pitch your idea, it's very simple. What we're looking for is very simple. All the WhatsApp family, you know what we're looking for in pitching your ideas. And for those of you who are also watching it now for the very first time, we understand that you might not be able to get it in full, but please, we want to encourage you. You can come back to the video and watch it again, and so that you can then be able to enjoy all. So, in pitching your ideas, whether you are pitching on the website or you are pitching currently live on the show, I promise you, if you call the number that I have just mentioned, which is 081 277 93453, I'll repeat it again: 081 277 93453. If you're calling from outside of Nigeria, please include a country code, which is +234. So, what we're looking for, I think I have to just be direct on this, is one, we're looking for people who would be able to tell us the exact problem their product is offering, the exact problem their product, sorry, is solving. What is your product solving? I know that yes, you are producing whatever you're producing, or you are serving a particular community, or you are servicing a particular clientele of people. What is that? Number two, you have to describe your product and your services to us so that we'll be able to understand what your product and service. You can't just tell me that I'm selling plantain. For instance, in Nigeria, we have what we call plantain chips, we have plantain bolly, we have plantain cooked, we have plantain. I have eaten all of that, and to be very honest, those things are nice. The only one I really enjoyed that much, I know somebody will be laughing, is the cooked version, because I know that plantain should be fried, but the cooked version, but it's okay. I still eat it. So you have to describe to us what your product or your services are. Describe, not just talk, just describe it properly. And also, number three, you need to tell us who the product is meeting. Who are the real people you are serving? Are you serving what you call the people of 15 to 18? Are you serving the youth of the generation? Are you serving the old age people? We need to know so that we also understand the demography of people that you're currently covering. And also on the fourth one, then how will you attract and convince people to buy your product? Because you can't just tell me that you are selling, for lack of a better word, you are selling the same plantain, but how do you want to attract people? Because you may get the money, buy more plantains, but how do you attract people to buy your product? Which channel are you using to market your brand and your product? How are you reaching out for distribution and partnership with other stakeholders? Stakeholders are the people who needs to be around your business to make sure your business, what's it called, grow. And also, finally, if you were to get the 50,000 today, what are the things you would do in 30, 60, and 90 days? And that's literally what we are looking for. I think there's a call calling. Let me try and hear what this person is saying, and then we'll take it up from this. Let's get a sim. Good morning and welcome. This morning, afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome to the AfriOne show. How are you doing? Donald from Lugbe. All right, talk to us. You are into agricultural production. Okay. So the produce that your produce, hello, yeah. So I need to understand. You are into cassava production, right? So how do you do the process of your cassava? Describe to me how you process your cassava. Do you farm it? Do you process it to become something? Okay, so you farm cassava. You are into the farming of it. Okay, so if okay, so now that you are in, you say you are in Abuja, Lugbe, right? Are you still farming it currently here in Abuja, or you intend going to? So yeah, yes, we do that, but the question there is, if you are not into farming now and you get the 50,000, what do you intend to do with it? So you got a plot of land in Abuja here. Okay, let's do a breakdown. If you get a plot of land, like approximately, you may not give us the full amount and stuff. How much would that cost you to get a plot to hire? You still Okay. Okay, now this is what you would do for me because I'm interested in your cassava farming. I think the reason why is because we need to produce food as a continent or as a nation. Now, this is what you would do for me. Um, my PA would take your number down. I think from what I have, I could see your number. I don't want to call the number on air because for security reasons and stuff. So I'm trying to write it down. So what's going to happen is do me a favor, find out how much the land would, I mean, renting of the land will cost you and stuff within the budget of 50,000 naira that we are given. And you can call us after the show is over, let's say somewhere around 4, or even not so, tomorrow you can make a call and call. So do your research. Let us know how much the land rental is, then we'll take it up from there. Is that okay? All right. Thank you so much. You said your name is Donald. All right. Thank you, Mr. Donald, for calling in. You're welcome. All right, still here, voice on the new tribe. So we are here as much as possible to give you all the information. From Donald, who just called in, you can tell point blank that he wants to go into the farming space of things. But I think what I would say is the fact that he has not taken time for him to do a research about his business and stuff. Let's get a pick on that call again, calling in. Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of the New Tribe, broadcasting from Abuja, Nigeria. Who am I speaking to? How are you doing, sir? Your name is Clay Tools. Where are you calling from? Thank you so much. Where are you calling from, please? Lugbe area, Airport Road, Abuja. So talk to us. What product are you offering and what are you selling? Okay. So you own a barbing salon. You own a barbing salon. Okay. So tell us, how is your barbing salon solving a problem around the community where you are? Okay. Okay. Okay, I want to understand if you have a facility like Barbin and people want to come and work with you, are you training them? And if you are training them, how much are you charging for the training? Okay. So when you say 30,000, I'm trying to understand the 30,000 and 20,000. 30,000 is for 1 year for what? So is that the money you pay? Is that the money you pay to the facility? I mean, to the body, or what is the money for the 20 or 30,000? The 20,000 that your community, the 20,000 and 30,000, what are you paying that money for? Oh, so the people who are coming to learn from you, they give you 20,000.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Now, like the students that are coming now, I want to break it down for them so that they can get what to help themselves. And like other people, other children, I train them free. There was one boy that the church told him that he wants to take should do it free. Since it is not bringing him, as a let that be my contribution to him. So I gave it.
So if we give you now, if we give you this 50,000 that you are asking for, what will you do with it?
The
And please be detailed in your explanation so that you stand a chance.
well, sir.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I can hear you now, sir.
Now I'm saying if you get the 50,000, what do you want to do with the money?
If I get like that's 60,000 now, so what I will do is that I will look for the main things that I need, like the chairs. I need to add some chairs now. If I can go to this thing, with that 50,000, I think I can go to Pateka and get some chairs that I think because I snap some of my chairs that I sent to the this thing, and the other one is not even good for customers to sit
So you
together.
want to you want to get chairs. After chairs, what else again? Because obviously you're not using all the 50,000 for chairs alone.
Yes, if I have chairs, like customers, I want to draw the attention of my customers so that if I'm going to employ people, I want to get more customers that will be coming so that people, the children will learn fast. Because the more customers you get, the more they will learn fast. But if you don't have much customers, and then like this will, what will make the customers to feel comfortable.
Okay, no problem, Mr. Cletus.
If I get the place is okay.
All right, no problem. I think I've heard what you were saying, and we'll follow up. Today is just one of the shows we decided to do online, and we'll follow up with you later on and to see and to understand properly so that other callers can be able to call in. Thank you very much for calling.
So thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, still here, voice on the new tribe. Please and please, when you give us your call, let us know exactly what the money will be doing. And I think part of the things I just want to say at the moment, with all of the two callers who've called, please do me a huge favor. Do a visibility study of your product. You must be able to understand what your product is offering and how you want to run that. For example, um, like the last caller who just called in, chances are maybe for you, you literally want to get chair. How many chairs are you getting? You want to get clippers. How many clippers are those clippers and stuff? So that because we will take stock of it, we will not just give you the money. My team will come to your venue. They want to be sure that this is what you are doing. That is for those of you who are literally what you call within the Abuja metropolis. But those of you who are outside of Abuja, will definitely, number one, there must be a recording section with you to be sure that what you are saying is happening. So how you will get somebody to record what you are doing, I don't know, but you have to find that. Then number two, also, then we will have you have to communicate and show us what you are doing within your environment. And after then, we will then send you the money. Then you will now have to show us the things that you have bought with that very particular money so that it's not just the money we give you because remember we are a small business what you call owners. It's not just about us giving you money and the next minute I'm not praying evil to happen, then the next minute you are going to bury your loved ones and stuff, then tomorrow you come back again and ask us that you want another 50,000. I think I'm laughing here as I'm just saying this concerning one of the caller who called in who actually won 50,000, and now the person is currently now disturbing my team that they want another 50,000. He said, no, the 50,000 they want at first, it's for the previous person. Now they want their own 50,000. I just told my PA, I said, mark that number. I do that, I'll mark you so that you don't disturb me. All right, still here live on the AfriOne show. For those of you who are joining us for the very first time, my name is the Afropolitan Apostle, popularly known as Darlington Steve within the what you call social media platform. And we're currently in Abuja discussing and mitigating what happened on Thursday and the previous, no, Wednesday and the previous Wednesday also. So while the calls are coming in for you to pitch your ideas, and today we just want to talk about something that I feel that is very important, which last week, yeah, because I wanted to say last of last week. I remember yesterday was Wednesday. So last week, we're supposed to talk about a concept around opportunism and what you call entrepreneurs, opportunism and entrepreneurship. Now, While the calls will call it coming in, I would interject, pick the call, but at the same time also have conversations with what I need to do today. So now I want to talk about opportunism and also when it comes to entrepreneur. Now these are two different ballgames. I remember we were talking about branding last week, Wednesday. And on the branding concept that we were talking about, we said that branding is of two ways. Number one, you can brand your business. And number two, you can brand yourself as a person. So, which means in your branding ecosystem of things, you must be able to understand what value are you offering, because in branding also comes value. There must be a value of what you are offering. There must be something that you are branding. You can't brand nothing. Many of us will say, I'm a brand, but when I ask you, you're a brand, what do you stand for? People don't tell you anything about what they stand for. I like using a particular, what you call young man in Nigeria here. His name is known as VDM. VDM, he stands for social justice in Nigeria. So when he comes out and say, I'm a brand, we know him. Yes, you stand for social justice. You stand for the less privileged. He stood for something. And if you understand, VDM is not a business, but is a person. Now, this is what happened with such kind of business is the fact that when the person dies, I'm not saying VDM, please mark me. When the person dies, the business dies because why? The branding is on the person. And that's where many of us are. We are branding ourselves, but forgetting to brand the business. Let's go pick this very particular call, then we'll come back and continue again. Good afternoon and welcome to the Voice of the New Tribe. How are you doing and who am I speaking to? Your name is Wanda, and you are based in Abuja. Where in Abuja? Where? Um, Give it. Are you hearing the name? The place is based Garki. Garki. All right. Your line is disturbing, and so I'm struggling to hear you also. So I don't know if you need to move around a bit. Yeah, I can hear you now. That's better. You say you are based where? Buari. Okay, okay, okay. So talk to us. What product are you offering, or what business are you doing? Poultry farm. Okay. The poultry farm that you have currently, is it up and running? Your poultry farm, is it up and running, or is just an idea you want to start? It's up and running. All right. If you're to get the 50,000, what will you do with it? So the 50,000 will be going directly into medicines alone. And how many, if 50,000 for medicines alone, and I think the part I'm thinking, if you use 50,000 to get their medicine, is the medicine going to last for this breed, or it's a medicine that would be for the next 1 year? How? So you give them medication for this, then the next set that you are bringing again. How long does it take for you to be able to produce, to get the chick, then for it to get to the market, for it to be market ready? How long is that process? 1 month and 2 weeks. Um, in terms of the feed, how do you feed them? On an average, in terms of your chick, how much do you sell them when they are ripe for the market? For one.
Okay, we sell them for 1 8,000 and we have life and we also have the one with sell the kilo.
Okay. So if we're to look at your, because I'm interested in what you're saying, that's why I'm asking you this question. If we're to look at the chick that you are currently, what you called, producing, the question there is, how many do you have now at the moment?
How many kilos now
Uh,
at the moment?
Yes. How many do you have at the moment now?
Okay, I have about 70 right now.
70.
You said?
You said you have about 70 right now.
Yes, I have 70 right now.
Okay. All right. Final question. How do you market your product? How do people get to know about what you do? How do you market them?
Okay, I use my WhatsApp status and also have we also have buyers. Those people that are invest supplier, we supply to the food groups and other places. But I also use my WhatsApp status, which can be others to national.
Okay. All right. Wanda, thank you very much for calling. I think that's the basic that I just need to hear from you, and we will take it up from there. Please just stay on the whatever platform you are streaming, you are watching us from, because at the end of the day, my team will be consolidating and to see who the winner is, and they will pay you a visit to be sure that what you are saying is the truth. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Still here. I almost wanted to say still here on the Air Forces Radio, but definitely still here on the AfriOne show. Voice of the New Tribe. And so numbers, I think for those of you who are watching us and you want to call, the numbers for you to call is 081 277 93453. 081 277 93453. That's the number for you to call live, for you to join these very particular people. Please hear me, because we are broadcasting live today. If you send message on WhatsApp or whatever, we can just read the message and that's all, but we need you to call and so that we can talk together. All right, we're still here and we're communicating about the whole concept of branding. When your call comes in, definitely we will attend to your call. And I think I was talking about branding, and I said that you can't brand nothing, which means you must have something that you are offering for you to brand. If you have nothing that you are offering, then there's nothing you can brand. But now, with all of that I've said, I want us to look at these two. I'll look the word two business. Number one is known as a business called an opportunist, and number two is known as a business called an entrepreneur. Oh my God, you people are really bombarding. Today, let's do this again. I will come back and we'll just talk straight to the opportunism and the entrepreneur so that I'll be able to cover my short time that I have left. Currently, I think I still have about 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes. Yeah, my team are saying 30 minutes. Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of the New Tribe online version. Please talk to us. Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, thank you, sir. I want to thank you very much for what you are doing with this apostle. You have been nice. We heard from all over the world what people are saying about you.
Thank you.
You are doing well, and thank God for bringing you to this our generation to help
Thank you
people.
so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, my name is Ken.
Ken.
I yes, my
Okay.
name is Ken.
Ken from
I'm calling from Guaripa, Abuja.
Guaripa, Abuja. Can you please speak loud?
Okay, okay. I'm calling from Guaripa, Abuja.
Okay.
Yes, so I need help of which I am into food stuff business. I sell food stuff, buying, selling food stuff. But at the moment I am down because of I got sick and I use my money to treat myself. So right now, but I'm fit now. Just that I lack financial support for now to move back to my business. It's a good business which I can. If I have any amount that can help me push me, I can do it. Buy enough food stock, curry, dried beans, dry fish, crayfish, or all this and that, so that I can at least help myself and build myself back to where I was before I fell down.
Okay, now let's say you get a 50,000. I'm sorry about your health challenge. Let's say you get a 50,000. How are you going to break that down? And also, who will be your target market in terms of selling those products?
Okay, 50,000 would do a very big thing for me now because right now, I am from Benue State.
Okay.
And yes, that 50,000 can help me to buy 1.5 bag of Gary. From there, I will bring it to Abuja and sell it and make a profit.
1.5 bag of Gary. Does that include your transportation with the Gary of it?
One and, one and a half bag of Gary from Benue State to this place is just, Motor will bring it 3,000 naira.
Okay.
I'll bring it from Malaba here and sell it to those women selling there. I already have customers to meet.
So
So it's just for
you
me.
already have your customers.
Yes, yes, I have the customer. They have even been calling. How you doing? When are you coming? When are you bringing curry? When are you bringing yam? When are you bringing this? And I told them I'm not yet finished. I don't have a fund yet. I'm waiting for God to help me.
All right, let's just hope that your call, definitely God will listen to it, and because obviously it's a show, and we only go for the people with just the 50,000 at stake for today. And so, but I'm sorry, and definitely my team will be reaching out to you and just to see what would happen. Is that okay?
I'm okay, sir.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
thank you for calling. We appreciate you, Ken from Guarimpa, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, still here on Voice of the New Tribe, the online version, straight into the difference between opportunism, because the producers at the back end there, they're looking at my face that we need to bring this to a close. Now, we must understand that the difference, there's a two difference between an opportunist and also an entrepreneur. Number one, let's look at it from the meaning standpoint. Opportunist, what is it? It's someone who takes advantage of a situation quickly to make profit, often without a long term vision or value. I'll repeat it again. An opportunist. Now, we're talking about business, but now an opportunist, because after I'm done with the definition, you will check who you are. So, an opportunist is someone who takes advantage of a situation, e.g., a situation like COVID was in the world, and an opportunist are the people who literally start selling masks and selling all of those very particular things quickly because after COVID was over, that thing is gone. So that's an opportunist. It says an opportunist is someone who quickly take advantage of a solution without a long-term vision or value. Now, secondly, when it comes to these, let's look at what an entrepreneur is. Entrepreneur is someone who build a business by identifying a problem. For instance, AfriOne network identify a problem under it where the AfriOne show we identify a problem of the gap between the producers and also the sellers. Let's go again for another call. Let's go again for this last call. My producer is saying that no, we should just, but it's the last call so that I can be able to focus. Good afternoon and welcome to the Voice of the New Tribe online version. How are you doing, ma? Okay. Top Ijoma, how are you? All right. Thank you. Talk to us. Where are you calling from? From Lagos State. Okay. All right. Talk to us. Eh, okay. Soya beans powder. Okay. So you do elderly people, breastfeeding mom. Okay. Babies at what age? Babies from 6 months. Okay. So if you were to get the 50,000 now, what will you do strategically with the money? Okay.
So yes, I went to NAFDAC office and they gave me the necessary inquiries. So I'm looking forward to getting the business registered. So that's what I'm looking forward to, using the money for getting the registration done. Then the remaining money I'll use to get more materials for production because I don't have enough capital to buy enough stuff for production. So
So
that's what I'm looking forward to.
what? How much is the Navdak? How much is your Navdak?
The CAT alone is 20,000. Then there are other stuff that I'm supposed to get, like getting going to the hospital for tests, and there's just a whole lot to be done. But I know with the money,
So you
I
just
will
need the
get there.
50,000 to add to the money you have to be able to do your Navdak registration and also buy
Yes,
product.
yes, yes.
All right, thank you very much for calling. From if I could get you properly, you said you already have existing customers that you are servicing.
Yes, I do. And I'm also taking to the supermarket. They all ask me to go and get my NAFDAC number. That's the only way for them to accept my product.
So
If I
Navdak,
have money,
you are short circuit because of Navdak.
yes.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much, Ijoma, for calling, and we'll definitely see into it, and also my team will get in touch with you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, I think at this very particular moment, we're just going to focus a bit just to finish this very particular talk about opportunism and entrepreneurs. And so let's look at it this way. First, opportunist is someone who takes advantage of situation quickly to make profit, often without a long-term vision or values. Number two, for the entrepreneur, is the fact that is someone who build business by identifying a problem, creating a solution, and growing with structure, purpose, and sustainability. Now, what is the two difference between these two? One is the fact that they see opportunity and they are taking opportunity. So, which means they don't for an opportunist, they don't have what I call a structure, a purpose, or a sustainability plan. E.g., an opportunist would go look for a problem, solve it immediately, and they go, e.g., the one with COVID. Most of the people you know that were busy selling COVID products and stuff, if you notice, they are not there because COVID is gone. Chances are they've gone into another business. Now, for entrepreneur, these guys, they build a business. Entrepreneur will guarantee the fact that they have put system and structure into growing the product or the services in which they are offering. So, which means what's an opportunist? An opportunist number two is the fact that they have a short time focus. The time is let's go to the market, let's buy this very particular mask, let's sell it, and if another new problem comes in again, we switch. Short time focus. Now, for an entrepreneur, they have a long time plan, which means an entrepreneur can be in the business for the next 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 years. For example, the likes of Aluko Dangote in Nigeria, we can see the business in which he's doing. The likes of myself, AfriOne Network, which means we have identified a product, identify a services, we have seen a problem that we are currently putting systems in place. For instance, the giveaway of the 50,000 that we do on the show is part of the solution that we are offering. And because of that, it also then determines the kind of people we'll bring on board in terms of our various stakeholders to help us with the long time plan and vision in which we have. For instance, as I'm standing here currently now at the studio, I have team behind me or probably behind the camera who are busy doing one thing or the other to make sure that all of these that you are looking at is going easily. So that is that. Now, for an opportunist, you must understand this. Their mindset is what can I get now? Their mindset is what can I get now? I just want to come in. And sometimes I think it might be in Nigeria, to be very honest, maybe in Nigeria, an average entrepreneurs, they call themselves entrepreneurs, but I promise you they're an opportunist. In the sense that they see you, they understand your weakness and stuff. They just want to come in, get something, and get out. And I was saying to a particular client one of the days, and I said, an average business in Nigeria, and this is me just saying it now, not blanketing everybody, but an average business in Nigeria, their target is literally to come in, get what you can get, and not build relationship. So they don't mind hurting you because they just want to get that extra 10,000. And tomorrow they still go back again and look for clients back again to come into the business. They have not mastered the ability of a recurring client, and that is what an entrepreneur is always looking out for. Which means an entrepreneur look for what can I build that last. What can I build that lasts? And so you must understand that in terms of strategy also, an opportunist, all they do is this. They react to trend and moment. What is trending? What is the moment? But for an entrepreneur, they plan, they research, and at the end of the day, they look for a way to scale their business. For instance, with us of AfriOne, you pardon me, that's the business I can use at the moment. With us as AfriOne is the fact that what we're doing currently here in Abuja, Nigeria, we also have a physical presence about it in South Africa. We're trying to open it in Kenya and also in Rwanda because why? We are looking forward in terms of scaling the business where we don't just solve Nigerian issues with 50,000 or probably with the amount that you need. Why? Because we have factored in scalability. Now, also, when we talk about value creation, an opportunist fixed issues temporarily. An opportunist just want to fix the issue now and they go their way. That's all. But for an entrepreneur, they offer long-lasting solution. An entrepreneur will call you and explain to you, I know you bought this very particular thing, but this is the thing that you need to add just to make sure. They will always want to, their focus is on customer satisfaction. For instance, if you notice some of the callers that have called in, one thing we are saying as a business is yes, we understand that this is the needs that you're having, but we will come and check because why? It's not about giving you the money, but it's also about adding other stuffs to you that can also help you grow. For instance, the lady who called talking about NAFDAC, let's say, for instance, she ended up getting money, we'll have to follow her to be sure that, okay, the NAFDAC thing that you say you want to get, did you get in NAFDAC? What did you do with the remaining money? How did you spend that very particular money? Currently, now, what are the profit that you are currently getting in your business? After explaining all of that very particular thing, if we then see that we can also add investment into that very particular this thing, which will now make us get into equity investment because we like to take a share out of it, we would have to have that conversation because why? We are thinking long term, we are thinking scalability. One of our long time plan for Africa is for us to be able to, by God's grace, be able to what you call impact 1 million entrepreneurs who would each business be able to employ 10 people behind the scene. So which means 1 million and they're able to employ 10 people in their business. Literally, we've crossed, if I'm not mistaken, over 100 or 10 million. 10 million people we've impacted. Now, when we talk about legacy, an opportunist, none exist. They don't have any legacy to build on. Remember, currently now is COVID. Let's sell masks and let's get out. No legacy to build. But when it comes to an entrepreneur, they build system, they build jobs, and at the same time also they're looking for a long-lasting legacy. As an Afropolitan, one of the things I'm looking forward to do with the AfriOne network is just to make sure that by the time my time as the leader, and hear me, I'm not looking forward to be a leader on this very particular business for the rest of my life. I remember talking to my PA one day. I said, see, I'm looking forward whereby in the next 5 or 7 years, you guys will fire me and do your thing. And I'm cool. Because why? It's legacy building. It must outgrow me. They don't really need me on some certain things. And that's what we're trying to do. Now, when it talks about sustainability, because remember, we are trying to now unravel opportunist and an entrepreneur. The both of them, they sell. But one of them, you can see their long-term plan and their short-term plan. You can see their mindset. You can see their strategy. You can see the legacy. But this time now, let's look at their sustainability. Their sustainability, which means for an opportunist, not sustainable. It's only based on temporary opportunity. It's not sustainable. They just want to do temporary gratification, and after then everything is gone. That also, for example, an opportunities can somehow also be classified can also somehow be classified into the place where I want to classify them also as people who are doing job businesses and stuff. Because 1 minute you are working here as, for lack of a better word, a cleaner, and the next minute again you have not been able to sit down to think of that very particular cleaning business you were doing and see how to create an ecosystem where it's not just you cleaning the business anymore. I know you have spot opportunity. I know you have, but how then do you translate from opportunism into entrepreneurship? It's a different mindset entirely. And guess what? Every business can shift. It just depends on how you are looking. Every business can shift. I see your calls are coming in. Please, you will pardon me because we're trying as much as possible to get some of this very particular thing up and going so that we'll take it up on that. So now, for the entrepreneur is the fact that they build to grow over time. they build to grow over time. In summary, as I begin to bring this to a close, because I see that my team are looking me, is the fact that, in summary, an opportunist is profit driven, while an entrepreneur is purpose driven. An opportunist is profit; they just want to make profit and go. But an entrepreneur is purpose driven. You know, as I'm saying this, the name that is coming on my head is Mark Zuckerberg, and this man of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Yeah, I think I remember there was an article that came out of Jeff Bezos where he literally was doing his business for 10 years and he was making losses. I know you think he's making profit. For 10 years, he was making loss. Why? Because there was a purpose that he has built while all the business was going on, and every product and services that he was rendering in terms of shipping, logistics, getting the products from the manufacturer to the buyers, and all of those very particular things. The business wasn't making money, but there was a purpose that he wants to be able to make his company in Amazon to be the fastest delivery company when you buy product and services across the nations of the earth. And so for 10 years, he was losing. Let's look at Mark Zuckerberg, for instance. Do you know that currently now that we all are busy pursuing monetization on Facebook and all of this very particular thing? Let's be honest, all of this thing, if I'm not mistaken, started about 3 or 4 years ago. So which means for the past 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, Mark Zuckerberg was running on a loss. He was running on a loss. My question to you today, as I bring this very particular thought to a close, is this: are you an opportunist or are you an entrepreneur? And if you're an opportunist, what will you begin to do deliberately to change that mindset? What will you begin to do deliberately to be able to say, yes, I have spot an opportunity? And let me say this, hear me. There is nothing wrong in being an opportunist, but you must be able to think beyond and say, I must create something of value. Which means in creating this thing of value, I shouldn't just stay about looking for the next trend or the next moment or the next thing that is available. As sweet as that is, hear me, at the end of the day, we will not know you. You know, I like saying these, and I think I said it last time and it put me on a bit of trouble. And I'm going to say it again. When I see people who are brand ambassador, I don't see them as brand ambassador. I just see them as mobile billboard. That's just my take. Yeah, no, I'm a brand ambassador for this. And I said, see, okay, what value are you bringing on the table? The chances are the answer is no, they can't give you. When you see anybody who tells you they're a brand ambassador, do me a favor, ask them, what value are you bringing on the table? You will hear, no, but I advertise people product now. You advertise people product. You, the person, what value are you bringing? In doing that, what ecosystem have you put in place that you don't become an opportunist or a walking billboard, but you are offering a services to people? That is the theme for today. So, as we begin to bring this to a close, my question that I want you to take back home: you sit down, you look at your business. I'm currently selling, for lack of better word, I'm selling the popcorn. How then do I begin? Because for a popcorn seller, maybe the person find a road and the person just discovered, okay, nobody is selling popcorn here. Let me go and put popcorn and stuff. And the person is actually doing his popcorn business, which is not bad, to be very honest. It's not bad in doing their popcorn business. I see calls are popping in and stuff. It's not bad to do your popcorn business, but my question there is, what system have you put in place to make sure that your popcorn business is scalable? Can we guarantee that as an entrepreneur or a small business owner, you can be able to at least employ one or two people in your business? Because if it's only you doing the business, the truth of it is the fact that when you pass on or you fall sick, like one of the caller who called in, which I strongly sympathized, and not that I'm using him as just a negative example, if there was no system in place, the moment the business or he falls sick, the business is gone. But imagine if he has a system that he has put in place that is bringing in the money while he's attending to his health, chances are he would have come back and things are good for him again. With that being said, I don't know the question you want to ask us. If you have any question, please, I want to encourage you in terms of scaling your business, in terms of looking forward into making things great for you. Please and please hear me. You can call our office line, which is 081 277 93453. I'll repeat again: 081 277 93453. We don't just give money away weekly. We also sit back and evaluate your business and see what are the gaps that you have currently in your business. Because hear me, many of us still have gaps in our business. we still do have gaps in our business. Don't go anywhere. We'll be coming back just now after this very particular short break. Let's go pay the bills. And this very particular show definitely is proudly sponsored by Eaton Gold. And so please and please, I want to encourage you or take an advantage. Eaton Gold is currently offering a 400 square meter of a land currently in Karshi, Abuja. Let's just see what they are saying about this their product, and we'll come back and begin to bring this very particular thought to a close. Thank you. Hello, family. Are you looking for you to invest in a property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property, which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karshi main town. So which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area. And from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell. I want to encourage you. Why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you. So we're still here. Welcome back. Yes, I think that's how we do it. Welcome back. But before I continue my conversations, also, let's just go on this very particular break again one more time to get my brain up and running.
The AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the New Tribe.
Welcome, family. This is still your Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, broadcasting live from Abuja, Nigeria. So this is Voice of a New Tribe. For those of you joining us for the very first time, it's a show that we have that is currently on the Armed Forces Radio 107.7 here in Abuja. And so you can join us live on the FM side of things every Wednesday by 7 p.m. And also on Friday, which is an announcement I'm making here today. And also I'm making, please, if you're trying to call, you can call. I see your calls are coming in and it's not ringing. Network is, I see like 7 missed calls here. It's all network. So if I can pick one call before I call it a quit today, so that will be easy. I think you just need to check and see. I don't know what's going on, but you can see whoever calls you, try and make sure that you give me that. So you can call back again on 081 277 93453. 081 277 93453. I'm looking for one caller to make a call. You never can tell you may be the winner also. That's the thing. So, but for those of you, every one of you who have called, definitely my team will be looking into it. And I think I remember Mr. Donald, you called, Cletus, Wanda, Ken, and Ijoman. Definitely my team will be looking into it. And also we'll be giving you a call and just to make sure that we get to understand more about it. But definitely between today and tomorrow, somebody will literally be going home with what's it called, with your 50,000 after my team have done their verification to be sure that indeed what you are saying. And let me say this, just because they call you doesn't mean that you have won. It means that we're still doing our internal audits. Some of them may come to your place to come and visit. And for those of you who are staying outside of Abuja, it's the fact that they may ask you for some certain add-on videos and stuff to be sure that what you are doing is for real. For now, we may not be able to come to your city, but at least you can also be able to assist us. As time goes on, you'll find us coming to your city, or we'll have a representative in your city who will also be helping us to do due diligence and to see that everything is going on smoothly. 081 277 93453. That's the number. And also to my sponsor, Charlotte Law Foundation, Eaton Gold Estates, and Charlotte Prime Homes. Thank you so much for sponsoring this very particular show and making sure that at least all the people goes back home. And for those of you who have literally won stuff on this very particular show, the food parcel that you get is coming from Charlotte Law Foundation. I look forward for us doing business with you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I bring my thought to a close, which is 1 hour from my time that I've seen here, I'll see you again on a different show entirely. Please hear me say this. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Just search for the AfriOne Show and go there, subscribe, follow. For YouTube, most especially, go there because most of you, all your winners should be announced on that very particular platform. And also do us a favor, share this very particular broadcast. Let people get to see what we are currently doing. You can also join us in the growth ecosystem of what we're doing. That is a huge contribution we're looking from you. Share our Facebook, share our Instagram, share our TikTok. Say something nice about it. If you've learned something from what we have just said in this past 1 hour, tweet and say, this is what I've learned. For example, I've learned between the difference between opportunist and entrepreneur. I now know the difference between branding, which is personal branding, and business branding. And at the same time, also, it's just like Darlington for a person. With that being said, bye for now. On behalf of my wonderful camera guy who is standing behind the scene, Echo, thank you so much for making sure that at least all of these that we're seeing and all of these devices, the thing is plenty on my face. Thank you so much. For strangers, I'm trying to understand this mic and this mic. I don't know, but he knows. And also to give it to his team behind the scene, they're also trying to make sure that all of the thing is going on properly and tracking down all the people to make sure that they know when to call and know when not to call. Thank you very much. And also to Nadi, who is, I call her the frontline boss. Thank you very much for making sure that all the time the office looked good. And to my boss, you know yourself. Thank you so much for making sure that this very particular one is happening today, right here in Abuja. I almost wanted to call the office before you guys come and locate us. But our office, literally, it's on Garki. For more information, you can call the office line. If you have a business to do, then you come and see us. Bye for now, and God bless you. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another. with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the New Tribe.
You are divisive. Hello family, are you looking for you to invest in the property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karishi main town. So which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area. And from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell. I want to encourage you. Why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.